crazy I look right now. As we get the house set up, I am just looking like I rolled out of bed every day because I literally am. Anyway, welcome to my new house. We are in Indiana. We no longer are in Virginia, for those of you that have not been following along, and it has been quite an experience. Now, before I show you around the house, I'm gonna give you a little tour. I was originally going to wait until everything was here. As you can see, we don't have a couch and a few other things we don't have yet. And I was gonna do a big reveal and just show you everything when it was done. But then I was like, you know, I'm just gonna take you along because nothing about this process has been glamorous or anything. It's just been total crazy chaos, so might as well take you along. Let me just roll back and recap a little bit because my last video was, honestly, I didn't realize it was gonna only be a few minutes long. I thought I was recording more, but I'm a terrible vlogger because we just got so busy and I honestly just did not have the time or the desire to pick up the camera. We got here and at the front door, there was a pile of boxes from all the furniture that we ordered. Vince found a handyman, a local handyman, who helped put all the furniture together. I thank God those people exist because it would have been impossible. Like, there was literally like 11 pieces of furniture that had to be assembled, all like very complicated, a lot of pieces. And like literally the last couple of days, we just got back to a little bit of normalcy. We've been here for, I want to say like a week and a half now. It just is starting to feel a little bit more normal because me and Vince have just been like working ourselves to the bone. I'm so sore, so tired. So let me tell you a little bit about the house. I don't know exactly when this house was built, but I want to say the 70s, I think, around that time period. Now, it's been interesting because coming from my last house, which was extremely updated, it was only a couple years old when we bought it, and coming here, we realized very quickly it was going to be very hard to find that here, just because this area, the houses are just a lot older. Like, these houses have just been here a lot longer. There are some new builds, don't get me wrong, but just a lot of houses are just old. Of course, every area has old homes, but this area in particular, they're not too big on updating, like keeping the houses updated. They have no problem leaving a house like still from the, like, looking like it's from the 80s or the 90s, or they'll like partially renovate the house. So like some things will be updated and some things won't. So right off the bat, inspection came back, needs a new roof. So that's happening. We are getting the outside of the house painted a different color because the color of this house, and I might show you a little bit later, is a very ugly yellow and the color is just very unattractive. So we're gonna get that changed. There's a lot of like retro vibes in this house that we actually will not be changing. Well, not a lot. There's some, just for the time being, because we kind of like mixing a little bit of the old with the new. I never thought I would be this person because coming from everything being so updated, and I really love like the more updated look, I surprisingly have embraced a little bit of the oldie vibe, the retro vibe in this house. There's a lot of wood, dark wood, which I'm usually not a fan of. I usually am like, please make everything white, make everything beige or neutral. Not beige, beige is kind of, but like neutral. And I originally thought it was gonna drive me crazy, but actually when we walked in, I actually really like it. The style of this house is more mid-century modern, so the kind of like older vibes in the house go really well with that. So I'm actually super happy with some of the features of the house. Now, some of them, they gotta go. For example, they have like the old like doors, like the hollow, ugly wood, not even real wood. It was just like, it's from like the 80s or the 90s where it was ugly. Yeah, those have to go. And a feature that originally I was like, no, that is so 80s, but I'm kind of digging it. I'm kind of feeling it. You like my retro mirrored wall? This is what I was telling you, like the wood. Normally I would want that white, but we are keeping it. It is a vibe, but I'm actually not hating it. Makes the room look bigger. We're not gonna worry about it for now. For vlogging, it's actually quite convenient. And doing an outfit check every day. Not just kidding. Julian actually just started school day before yesterday, and so far so good. He says he likes it, but he's only doing the last 2 weeks of school. They end in 2 weeks. So literally he's going to school for 2 weeks. That's where we're at with that. It's a little weird, but some other projects that we are going to be doing that you guys will see. So roof, the paint I told you about, and I'll show you the backyard in a second. This house has a backyard, which is what we wanted. It was absolutely at the top of our list to have a yard. We are gonna have to put up, so the yard is interesting because it's fenced in. So our neighbor, obviously her yard is right next to ours. So like the whole thing is fenced in, but we don't have a fence that divides our yard from hers, if that makes any sense. So we actually have to put up one fence. Just like a lot of like little projects. The kitchen, I originally, so speaking of not updated parts of the house that we want to change, one is the kitchen. I'll show you the kitchen in a second. The kitchen, I think it's like the original cabinets from the 70s. We saw pictures of the house from the 70s and pretty sure it's the same cupboards. By the looks of them, I had to get creative and kind of freshen up the inside of the cabinets because they were rough. So I had to get some contact paper and like make it look as good as I could. The original plan was to have the cabinets painted because it's a brown that I'm not a particular fan of. The idea was to do it all white with black hardware because like the bathrooms have black hardware and the kitchen does too, so we're just gonna stick with that. But not sure where we're at with that because the condition of the cabinets are not great. Another option we were discussing was having them replaced entirely if it's in the budget. Not sure yet if we're gonna do that this go around. Obviously the major projects like the roof and the fence and stuff like that, the doors are kind of like a higher priority, and the kitchen's not bad. Like I can live with it. We got a new fridge actually and a new dishwasher because the house actually did not come with a dishwasher. They decided to put in a wine fridge instead of a dishwasher. So for literally up until 2 days ago, I had no dishwasher here. There was a fridge when we moved in. It was really small, wasn't gonna work, so we replaced it with a bigger one, and some parts of the kitchen have been updated. It's a cute kitchen actually. Like it's not my dream kitchen, but it is a cute kitchen. Juliana is coming down with her iPad, you're gonna hear. And her room is really cute. Oh, so I have so much to show you guys, but first, let me tell you about the bathrooms. There is a full bath and there is a half bath. And the half bath is kind of a hot mess. It's in the laundry room, so it's like downstairs, because this is like what's considered like a tri-level. It's downstairs in the laundry room, and it's like they tried to build it after the fact and did a horrible job. In fact, a lot of aspects of this house you can tell was done not by professionals. You could tell a lot of corners were cut, a lot of stuff was not done correctly. The half bath is like they tried to renovate it kind of, so it like has a sink, like a new sink and like a mirror, and I guess the floors are kind of updated. And the toilet too, but the way they try to install the toilet makes no sense. It was stupid. The shower is stupid. Like it's terrible. So that bathroom we were talking about, maybe we should get it fixed. We got a quote for it, but we're not sure yet if we're gonna pull the trigger on that right now, because again, a lot of other bigger projects are taking priority. And then the main bathroom, which is more updated, but they just didn't update the shower. So the shower is like that, like almost like pink, peachy, you know, like back in like the 80s and 90s or whatever, they liked peach or like pink colored tile. In the kids' room, they have like one wall in each room, in the kids' rooms, not in the master bedroom, but in the kids' rooms, there was like one wall that looked like it had like paneling that they tried to quickly paint over white. They like didn't put enough coats of paint, so it looks like it's like trying to be rustic, but it's not. There's a lot of like wood still showing through, and I just personally don't like how it looks. So that's gonna be a project. And again, I'm a terrible YouTuber because I didn't even film like the work I've already done in terms of like I had to paint the inside of our closet, paint the coat closet here because they were just gross, like gross, just needed a fresh coat of paint. I think I've caught you up on most of the stuff that you need to be caught up on. And now I'll give you a quick tour of the house. Yeah, you can see where we're living now. Okay, so this is the front door. This is the mirror wall right when you walk in. We still have stuff everywhere, so just FYI. This is the coat closet that has those tin or like metal doors that are like, you know, the squeaky, the squeaky old doors. I'm not a huge fan of like the metal bars, but that's just what we're gonna work with for now. That is what we got going on here. In the living room, we have these beautiful windows, which, like I was telling you, has like the dark trim on it that I actually like, and we're gonna keep it that way. I like that they're like narrow. I know that's like an older look, but I actually really like it. We have a garage, a driveway, which I'm happy about. We actually have trees here. I won't go out there, but let me just show you. That's what I mean when I say like the ugly yellow. Yeah, it's like that really pale, kind of dingy looking yellow. So getting new paint. The new roof is going to be a different color too. The living room, and then right here is the dining room. It is still needing some decor, some artwork. A TV just came today. Like, we did not have a TV here. It literally just came. Cool little light fixture. So this is where the tiny little fridge was that we got a new one. Lots of space. So happy about it because it's so much bigger than the last one that we had actually in the other house. This tiny little cooking area with, you see what I mean with the cupboards? Very, we'll call it vintage. We'll call it, instead of old and outdated, we'll just call it vintage. Eventually, I would like these white. Got a new dishwasher. And yeah, it's not a very big kitchen. It's very, you know, modest. Gas stove, which we have not had in a very long time, so that has been exciting. Over here, don't mind the trash, that has to go out. Little breakfast bar, coffee, whatever these things are called. Our backyard, which I will show you out there in a second, but let's go down here. It's a mess, people. It's a mess. Our pile of boxes. By the way, this is our second load. We already had someone come, like a junk removal service, come pick up the first load, this was completely full. We had some back in the laundry room, and this is the family room. The most hideous door in the world. That's actually dust or whatever, debris from when they were fixing up the house. Yeah, but this is what I mean. These doors, terrible. Like, I just, no offense to the era. It was great at the time, I'm sure, but just no. We actually have a fireplace behind here, but this TV was just delivered today, and it turns out it will not fit on the mantle like we were hoping, so we have to figure out what to do with the TV. We're gonna go upstairs, and hi, Juliana.
Hi.
So it's a little hallway, small hallway. Linen closet. Again, all of these doors are going. Linen closet. to the right is Juliana's room. It's mostly done. She needs blinds, but she got her new bed. Play area is now here. If you remember in the last house, her play corner was in the living room, and that honestly sucked because she is extremely messy. So happy that we got this loft bed so she has room underneath and all of her toys. She like watches the iPad here, she plays, it's just a really good little spot for her. And it's also a mess. I don't know what she did. I would love to hear what you guys think. I know it's so different from our last house, but this house has so much potential. It is definitely not exactly what we thought we would be getting into in terms of, you know, we really were, like most people, looking for just, you know, a fully renovated, updated house. But the houses that fit that criteria, the price was either not there or the location was not ideal. Though the house needs work, I love how it feels. Like, it feels good. It's just a good energy here. It has a good flow. I don't know, it definitely feels really homey. The neighborhood is so nice. We went for a walk. Like, I knew it was nice just from seeing our street, but I took Juliana on a walk around the block yesterday and just kind of explored the neighborhood, and it's a really nice neighborhood. It's really pretty. People here take their lawns very seriously. It's one of those neighborhoods. Like, I saw 5 dads out yesterday mowing their lawns. Everyone's lawn is like pristine. Our lawn is like the worst one in the whole neighborhood. It needs a lot of work. So Vince had to like get a lawnmower and like do all the things. Like, we have to make our lawn look nice because these people put us to shame. People are really friendly. It's a totally different vibe with just how the people are here. In Virginia, where we were in Manassas, and just in general, people are a little more standoffish. There's just a lot of different cultures there, and they tend to kind of keep to themselves. So people from all over the world, right, live in that area. Just a lot of different cultures. People tend to like just kind of separate into their groups, you know, with their own cultures there. And it's just a more stressful lifestyle. It's more expensive there. So people are working a lot and they're stressed out, and you know, a lot of people work for the government. They work in DC. The commute's long. It's crazy. So it's just, the people are really friendly, a lot more laid back so far. So that's been really nice. Neighbors are really friendly. It's a really beautiful area. It has like, it's so walkable, which is what I wanted. I wanted a place where I could go for a walk, go for a jog, you know, go for a walk with the babies, and you know, it just feel good. It didn't feel good at the townhouse because the neighborhood was just, the people were different. We were right off of a busy road, so it was just different, and I really like how it feels here. Yeah, so I'm excited. Thank you guys so much for being here and watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this little house tour. I hope you stick with me. So I'm gonna let you go. I got a lot to do. I'll see you in the next vlog. I'll see you next time. Bye guys.